Yes guys, it's your boy Roman and I'm here again this week with another video, and it will be a cultural topic. So as you can see by the title, 5 differences between France and Jamaica. On y va. Alright guys, so before we start this video, let me first clarify that these experiences are my own and therefore they will not apply to everyone or to every situation. Depending on where you live in France or Jamaica and the person with whom you associate yourself with, your experiences will simply be different. So with that said, let's get on to it. Number 1, chill spots are always bars. For some reason, it doesn't matter where your friends invite you or maybe at what point of the day, your chill spot will always be a bar. Personally in Jamaica, that is a bit weird because for us, if you say let's go to a bar, at least with my friends or the people whom I know, they'll be like, why do you want to go to a bar? Or maybe people think I'm depressed, because that's the opinion that is associated with bars in Jamaica, unless you go to a particular place or event where there's a bar attached or there's a bar associated with it, and so it would be quite normal to be chit-chatting and just simply go over to the bar and talk, or if it's a restaurant and a bar, but not exclusively a bar, at least for my circle of friends. However, going back in France, you have a lot of deals which encourage, I suppose, bars or bar meetings or gatherings such as happy hour, where you have different deals and so forth. And I don't know, it's just a part of French culture to go to a bar and have a drink. Like, French people are always drinking beer, and I don't know, they're always drinking beer, but it is. Number 2. So this one it's a little bit funny. I don't know if it's really good or bad, but nonetheless, let's get on with it. So in Jamaica, whenever you take out your trash and you put it outside your apartment or outside your house or wherever you put it, if your garbage is to be torn apart or ripped or messed up, the number 1 culprit will be a dog or perhaps a cat. Wild dog, wild cat, someone else's dog, someone else's cat, doesn't matter. It will be a dog or a cat. But here in France, at least in my city, it will not be a dog or cat because we don't have those strays on the street. But what it will be is that it will be a seagull. Oh my god, the first time I saw this, it was so weird. I was coming from the gym and I saw these seagulls just ripping apart garbage. Because the first day I was like, why is there garbage on the road? Like, I'm not seeing any dogs or anything. But yeah, I eventually found out that these were seagulls. They're just some savage, man. They're just like savage, like. Ugh. So if you number 3, and this one is a little bit more, maybe a little more romantic. That goes with this stereotype that France is the city of love. Not quite altogether, but nonetheless, there is a lot of love here. But what I'm going to be speaking about is the fact that girls here are much more direct than in Jamaica. So in Jamaica, at least in my experience, most times it would be the male who has to approach a female and be like, yo mama, what's up? You look fine today. We don't talk like that, but nonetheless, you get the idea that it's usually the guy who approaches the girl. However, here in France, girls tend to be very direct, and it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, I don't know, but I prefer girls to approach me sometimes. I'm just saying, I mean, you know, anyway, so a girl in France would be like, ah, salut mec, ça va? Ouh là là, ouf, t'es prêt? Salut, prêt pour quoi exactement? Bah, baiser évidemment. Tu penses à quoi? Maybe it will not be that exaggerated or like that exactly. However, here in France, I've had girls who've come to me directly and say, yo boy, let's have sex, and it usually throws me off as if I'm not ready, or girls find it weird that I'm quite laid back. So anyways, number 4, I will be going back a little bit to my second point, I believe, where I spoke about seagulls ganging up on your trash. So this is something that I absolutely love about France, and it is that at least where I live in my city, the government simply invests in sanitary measures. And when I say sanitary, I simply mean garbage collection, where your garbage is collected at least 5 days per week. I say 5 days per week because those are the days in which I actually see the truck, because that's when I leave to go to the gym. I would see the garbage truck at a particular point in time during the morning, and that's how I know that, hey, France really, or the government really puts a lot into garbage collection and keeping the environment safe. So basically the streets are always swept and your garbage will always be collected, and I think that's pretty much it. In comparison to Jamaica, where I lived, usually we have 1 day per week in which our garbage will be collected. Maybe sometimes 2, I don't quite remember, but that, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing in Jamaica, part, so to speak, but what I'm saying is that here in France, that is simply amazing. In fact, guys, it does not stop here because based on my understanding, each day is set for a particular set of trash. For example, Monday would be recyclables, Tuesday would be everything else. That's just an example. However, I didn't personally follow this rule. I simply put all my trash in one, and that's what I do. So yeah, but don't do that. Number 5, people sit anywhere. This is personally strange for me because in Jamaica, we only sit on chairs or benches, maybe on the tabletop, it depends really where we are. But the point is that in Jamaica, we'll never consider sitting on the floor. We rather stand until our feet give out. That's simply how I've been grown, what I'm accustomed to. But here, it's so weird. People are just like, oh la la, I'm so tired. And they just sit on the floor if they're waiting on the train or yeah, in fact, I once was at a bar with a friend. We were outside on the terrace, and these girls, ladies, like, ooh, oula, like girls, they were just like, je suis fatiguée là, il y a plus de place. Ah, les filles, venez, il y a une pierre là, on va s'asseoir là, d'accord les filles, on y va. That's so weird. And they just like sat on the floor, like, oh my god. And I simply found that very weird. Alright guys, so that is it for my video for this week. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscription button and tap the notification bell so you can always be aware when I make an upload. And finally, before I simply close off, thank you guys so much for this content and support. I really appreciate it. And if you guys would like to know anything more about France, so simply write me a comment and I will do a video for you guys. With that said, I'll see you guys this week. Ciao, ciao.